Would you ever come on my channel so we could debate about Bitcoin?
Welcome back. So today we had a very eventful day, little volatility, but overall it was a great day. And today I am quite tired because I spent the whole entire day walking around the Bitcoin conference. Today is the first day. You can see Bitcoin started out the day very hot, around 110, going up. Looked like it was going to break into 111, 112. It has taken a step back a little bit, just a little bit, although most of the gains are still held by the alts. So right now we are still going sideways, but many things were said and announced today. Absolutely fantastic. And I got a surprise clip for you guys too. This morning I covered how the US market was very green and it ended up very green. So this is good. So there's still a lot of enthusiasm over like some kind of trade deal that will happen soon between the US and EU, obviously, right? And there's many other things that was, overall good. For example, consumer and confidence came out this morning and actually better than expected. But there's a lot more, right? Obviously, in the crypto space that is driving things upwards. This morning, I covered how Trump media is planning on buying $2.5 billion of the Bitcoin. So obviously that's good. But also Senator Loomis, she made she gave a lot away today in her speech, basically saying that the administration is still working on ways to increase the Bitcoin reserve, right? The administration is supporting the bill that she is leading to buy 1 million Bitcoin in addition to the 200,000 that's there, right? Also, she talked about Genius Act and everything. Everything sounded extremely positive. She also said that, hey, military generals also support the Bitcoin reserve. And obviously, it's not just them. States also support it. I mean, there's just so much momentum now behind Bitcoin. And the concept of having a reserve full of Bitcoin is gaining so much traction. I mean, if you think about why not, we have gold reserve. Every country has gold reserve, including the US. So why not have Bitcoin reserve, right? So that's overall very good. But many other things, came out today. A lot of people spoke. Sachs spoke. Vivek spoke. I mean, everyone spoke, and it was just all very positive. Unfortunately, I didn't have a chance to listen to everyone speak, but it was overall a very productive day. Speaking of Vivek, he also says that, not only was he going to buy Bitcoin, but he is going to buy another company, the Bitcoin related company, for $1.5 billion. Right? That's right, billion. So that's positive. Also, you have Marathon Digital. They had a presence there. By the way, the hall for all the vendors was absolutely huge. So many. In a previous Bitcoin conferences, mostly you just heard about like miners, but this time around, so different. There was so many different kind of vendors there. A lot of wallets, a lot deal with payments, also miners. I mean, and just projects in general, like layer ones and also exchanges. I mean, everyone is there right now. So awesome. It's just a really different experience. I met so many fans. I'm gonna come out with another video showcasing some of my experiences with them later on. But man, there's so many people there. And today's not even a full day. Today's just industry day. Tomorrow's like the very first day. And that's gonna be even crazier, I believe. But also Marathon Digital, one of the biggest miners out there, continue to do well, and they are the second largest corporate holder of Bitcoin, holding over 48,000 Bitcoin. That is quite a lot, right? And also, today Block, a company by Jack Dorsey, also debuts their Bitcoin checkout payment, which is basically using Lightning Network. So again, I mentioned a lot of vendors there. Some are in payments. This was one of them. So, and also Steak and Shake. Steak and Shake actually has a little booth there. I didn't get a chance to play around with it, but they also launched a Bitcoin payment system, so you could use Bitcoin and use a Lightning Network and buy Steak and Shake, buy burgers and fries and milkshakes. So, today a lot of new things came out. It was quite exciting. It's very exciting overall. right? You know, everyone tends to always focus on price, but if you look at the innovation and what's happening behind the scenes, so many good things happening. Here's something that's interesting from Glassnode. They came out with a new metric, supply by investor behavior, like who's actually buying Bitcoin. And surprisingly, you can see the green, the first-time buyers, is definitely increasing, right? I talked a lot about how people want to opt out of fiat, opt out of inflation, opt out of the irresponsibleness of governments. They're leading the way with the green part. Momentum buyers, right? And then you have commission buyers, loss sellers, profit takers. This is an interesting breakdown. Basically, people that are leading the way are momentum buyers. They're seeing the momentum definitely come to Bitcoin, and also the first-time buyers, making a large percentage of the people that are buying Bitcoin at this point, right? Now, the next move, even despite today, still, we didn't go into new high, but we were kind of, you know, coming close. But the model that predicted Bitcoin all-time high before is now predicting that Bitcoin is going to be making some moves. Okay, and it's pointing to 150,000 near term. So after we break that 112, it thinks that we can be heading to $150,000, right? Now, a lot of others are a little bit less aggressive, thinks that we're going to head to 122,000 after the 112 break. But you know what? It's just a matter of time. We break in a new high and we continue forward, right? Lastly, this is really fun. There are a lot of people, obviously, there at the conference. I was in the whale hall, and I happened to bump into, you know who, the biggest Bitcoin bear there is, Peter Schiff. He's actually there representing his wealth management company, and he's going to be speaking. But again, every single person that's talking to him is a Bitcoiner, and he maintains his stance. I asked him a few funny questions, right? Trying to trick him up. Of course, it didn't. But what's interesting is he says he recognizes me. He knows that I have a YouTube channel. He watches me, and I ask him why. It's not for good reasons. He's like, I just want to see what all the silly Bitcoin people are talking about. But he also has agreed that he would debate me, and we would put that on my channel. So that's pretty exciting. I'm going to play a little clip of me just talking to him among a group of people. But outside of that, that's pretty much it for today. Things are still looking bright. So much goodness happening. And Bitcoin conference definitely was not a disappointment. This year is so good. Way better than last year. And I think starting tomorrow will be even better. All right, guys. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel, enjoy this video. Take care. Bye-bye.
Are you ever going to admit that you have a lot of Bitcoin?
No, I don't. Why would I lie about that?
Because it's your brand. You can't say it, right?
My brand has got nothing to do with Bitcoin.
Your brand is to be a gold bug and to
At least gold's been doing pretty well though.
My
this
brand.
year, right?
I'm an asset manager. I'm a portfolio manager. I have a portfolio management company. We manage money.
I know, but
I also have a gold business that's separate from that. We sell gold, but you know, Bitcoin's got nothing to do with it. Now, I do think that some people who might have bought gold from me bought Bitcoin instead. It's unfortunate.
But your son's stacked it, right?
No, he's not stacking. He's not into it anymore.
Not even That's what he told you.
Yeah, what happened? Why did he do a 180 all of a
I don't
sudden?
know. He grew up a little bit. I don't know. He's not like
Can we do another debate on one of these networks with like Natalie or anyone else?
Well,
debate on Bitcoin versus gold.
I'm talking. I'm on a little panel tomorrow.
Oh, you are? Okay.
It's only a half hour though, but yeah.
would you ever come on my channel so we could debate about Bitcoin?
Yeah, sure. Send me an
I'd
email.
love to see that.
Awesome.
Email.
I'd love to see that.
Email.